Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now, 1st and 10.
Down.
Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Let's go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On. Go, doctor.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeAnthony Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. 42 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Very left, very left.
On second down, here's Keenum. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Down.
From the gun, it's Keenum. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Orlando Scandrick the one that time to knock it away.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On first down, gone. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, guys. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And going deep for Hill. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now it's gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. A toss play to Hunt. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Or you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Goff finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Out of the gun. Goff. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
76.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
third down. It's Hunt, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Butker able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. Now the pitch to Freeman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll put it in the hands of their receiver, Sanders. He gets away. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum now on first down. Flushed out right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Keenum. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Roger.
On first down, Keenum. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. Keenum here again. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Goff. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Third and long. It's Goff. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run again with Hunt. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run again with Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Goff on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down. But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, go down. Hey, we're good.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum. Going up top. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across. Midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Hey, 52.
They toss to Freeman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. 4 down, 4 down. Tonight. What's the end?
Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey. 4 down.
Keenum to throw on second down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Chris Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
53.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Keenum, gotta have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Goff. Lee's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goff. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, lift. 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 Lift.
They run it here. Where? And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
Yeah, we're good, we're good.
On 1st down, Keenum swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it's a 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Graham, Graham.
53, come on. 53, check 53.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Keenum finding Sanders for a big one, and even 40 yards. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Keenum now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Keenum. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Keenum. And he fends him off. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Out of the gun, Keenum. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Kansas City, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
go.